I'd like to discuss the mind games that women engage in with men. In this video, I use images of women and girls playing chess to demonstrate why women are generally better at playing mind games than men, and to demonstrate my point. Boys are taught to play games with fixed parameters and boundaries, games with defined moves and outcomes, such as chess. I was the captain of the chess team in both junior and middle school when I was younger. There were no female chess players at the time. Back then, either girls or boys would play truth or dare and other games with more random elements. Open-ended games in which you had to think on your feet. Boys preferred games with clear rules and parameters. Monopoly was the most open-ended game I played as a kid. For many girls, games for guys are usually based on points or dollars, and those numbers represent their status. They would frequently combine games like spin the bottle with truth or dare. These types of games taught girls to improvise in social situations, and who could inflict the most shame on the other party won. For girls, numbers do not represent positive or negative emotions. Rather, positive and negative emotions represent points that are diametrically opposed, and this is what female games are all about. Women are taught to use their wit and cunning to dominate other women or men. As they grow older and interact more with males, they begin to use mind game techniques on us. They must believe that we keep score in the same manner as they do, but we do not. They believe that by playing mind games with us, they are asserting their dominance over us. But this is akin to insulting someone in a foreign language that they do not understand. When women engage in mind games, it is usually more of a bother to men than a power struggle. When a girl plays a first-person shooter game, she usually loses interest fairly quickly because she isn't interested in the imaginary points on a screen representing her social currency in that particular setting, which is why most girls are often obsessed with background action in first-person shooter games. That's the kind of gaming they enjoy, where pissing off your opponent is how you win. Now I'd like to discuss the specific mind games that women engage in. The first game is known as impossible questions. When a woman asks a man, "Does this dress make me look fat?" My response has always been, "Only when you're wearing it. How about you take that dress off and show me your slim body underneath?" And I've used this answer in the past and a woman's jaw would just drop. My remark is both an insult and a compliment rolled into one. Women typically want reassurance that they are not fat, which boosts their self-esteem. But she is also playing a game with me and testing me. I believe she is subconsciously testing your worthiness for having children. If you respond in a clever and cunning manner similar to that of a woman, she is essentially assessing your ability to be a father and raise her daughters. If you have daughters with her, she is putting you to the test to see if you can be co-opted and controlled in order to ensure her superiority in the pecking order. She wants to know if you can be used to manipulate and control the less powerful women in her household, so she doesn't have to expend any energy or resources doing it. The attention to detail game is another game that women enjoy playing. They will ask you to go out and buy something from the store, and they will give you about 90% of the answers you need to complete the task. They will ask if you can go out and buy a bag of gluten-free flour, for example. They'll give you the specific brand, the store where you can find it, and the size that they're looking for, but they'll frequently leave out small details like whether it's whole wheat or white. That's the pattern I've noticed. You'll frequently get in if you don't pay attention to what's written on the bag of flour. And if she gives you the option of whole wheat or white flour, you'll have to call her to confirm which one she wants. Women rarely forget anything, and in situations like this, you're frequently being tested to call her back because she wants to feel important and valued, and her self-esteem will rise at your expense because you'll look stupid asking her questions. Why do you think advertisements show smart women insulting dumb guys? Because the woman relates to the women on the television screen, and it boosts her self-esteem. When she sees another woman putting down a guy and thus elevating her self-esteem for many men, this is similar to having a favorite sports team and rooting for them to win. When they win, our self-esteem rises, and when they lose, our self-esteem falls. Except in the case of women, their favorite sports team is all the other women on the planet. In fact, they're rooting for every single female in the world to humiliate every single male in the world. The next mind game I'd like to discuss is lovemaking as a control mechanism. A woman denying a man's love is a passive-aggressive method of controlling his behavior. It frequently has to do with reinforcing men through love and erotic attention. When he's actually done something nice for her, but not what she wants, she denies him love. This control is simple to grasp, but most manjanas have no idea how they are being manipulated. When women used to do this to me, it was usually an erotic turn-off. I'd be disgusted if I bought her flowers, and she started kissing me because I knew deep down inside that I was being socially conditioned to be a dancing monkey with cymbals in my hand. So do the monkey dance. So instead of doing what she wanted, I did the opposite because that's how you beat someone who was playing mind games with you. Doing nice things for her destroys your self-esteem, but that is the end goal of female manipulation. I was born in the 1980s and raised in the 1990s, and I'm a total nerd. I enjoy comic books, and I used to collect Marvel trading cards. I still collect action figures and play video games. Women are so pitiful at the gym because they've started wearing Marvel t-shirts with superheroes on them. Yes, women will do anything to get a man's attention, but they aren't just trying to get the attention of any nerd. Because a woman's ideal nerd is still a tall, dark, and handsome man with a bad boy image, these Marvel shirts are worn to attract only certain types of men, in the desire to find that fake alpha who is posing as a hard image, but is still a nerd on the inside. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.